Hey guys, today I have another cloth diaper review for you. Today we're talking about the Grovia Shell system, so let's hop right in. So first of all, these guys are supposed to fit from 8 to 30 pounds, which is a little bit smaller than your typical weight range for a cloth diaper. Usually a one-size diaper will be like 8 to 35 pounds. So this going up to 30 is a little bit smaller than usual, but I will show you some footage of it on my son Eren, who is like 29 pounds right now. This is Eren in the Grovia Shell with the insert in, and as you can see on the waist, he actually has a lot of room to grow. He has 2 extra snaps to go over here and 1 extra snap to go over there on the last little snap here, and he's on the middle rise setting, so he has plenty of room to grow in this guy. Right, baby? Yeah! So this is a 2-part system. You have to buy it separate. So you have the shell, which is the like cover part of the diaper, and then you have a snap-in insert in there. So the shell itself will cost you $16.95, and then you can get a 2-pack of the inserts for $18.95. This is a TPU waterproof outside cover. It does have a little bit of mesh here inside of the cover, and then you have organic cotton for the insert with a waterproof backing on the actual insert here. So between here and here, there's a waterproof layer in there, which is different. So let's hop in and do a little breakdown on this guy up close. So I'm gonna snap out this insert here so we can just focus on the shell part for now. So you have a straight part at the front, no elastic on the belly side, just regular single elastics on the legs, which are actually really gentle, nothing too terrible, but they don't feel like crappy either. And you have also elastic on the butt side, of course. Like I said, the inside is this mesh material, which could make it as like double as a swim diaper if you're into that sort of thing. It has your pretty typical standard 3x3 rise setting, so you can have it super small or super snapped out or somewhere in between. One thing that I did want to mention is these little snaps here on the wings are super far apart. So if you snap right here, you have to then skip 2 snaps before you snap the next one. So that could be part of the reason why it's only recommended up to 30 pounds, because it just, other diapers that are similar to this that I own are closer together. These snaps are closer together. So if I snapped this snap in here and then the next one on the next little snap, I got extra leg room, so, or waist room, and this one is not like that. You have to snap in a little bit more in order to get it the last snap. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Speaking of snaps, it does have a crossover snap, which is something that I love. If you watch any of my reviews, you know that I love having a crossover snap for rolling up poopy diapers. So that's the shell. Now let's talk a little bit about the insert itself. So it snaps in. You've got 2 little snaps on there that snap into the shell. This back part is a waterproof layer so that you can actually reuse this shell. You know, even though it has like fabric in here that's not waterproof, you can still reuse it because this waterproof layer on the insert is going to keep this from being soaked. So this is kind of an interesting insert here. You may notice it has some little gussets on there. So it actually has like built-in gussets on the actual insert, which is pretty cool. It's also kind of like 2 inserts sewn together. They are stitched a lot on these ends. It doesn't feel like that's going to come loose or be a pain or anything. It feels like they're very solidly stitched on both ends here. This top insert is a little bit skinnier, whereas the bottom one kind of, you know, gets a little bigger for the butt section and all of that. So this little insert is actually pretty easy to spray out the poo. That's one of my big concerns about cloth diapers these days. My little guy poops like ridiculous and all the time, and so spraying out poo is a big deal to me. So these little guys actually aren't that bad. I thought that it would be a pain because, you know, you've got this little section between the inserts, you've got the little gussets in there, you've got the mesh inside of here. I thought it was just gonna be a big mess to spray out, but for some reason, this fabric is very easy to spray. The construction of this guy here, like I never have issues with like poo gathering on either of these ends or anything. Like I never have a problem with this. Nothing gets stuck in the gussets or anything. And the fabric itself is just very nice for spraying out. It doesn't like cling on to the poo or anything. So actually I thought it was gonna be a big pain in the butt, but it turned out to be super easy. It's not a big deal. except for the cover. It can be a little bit troublesome. You can get a little bit of poo like kind of stuck in the mesh because it's like, you know, got teeny tiny holes in there. So that can be a little more of a pain, you know, just kind of have to like concentrate your spray there for a minute or whatever. So that's a little silly. But surprisingly, this guy actually hasn't been too bad for spraying out poo, which, I mean, it seriously surprised the heck out of me. And actually, if you can see here, it doesn't hold stains bad. Like I don't think there's any stain on this at all. Like you definitely can't see it on camera. So actually it didn't hold stains too bad, which is really nice. Some fabrics just hold stains and this one is not one of them. So that held about 1 cup of water before it started to spill over on these leg gusset sides. So that's about average E. My typical bird's eye 100% cotton flats will hold about 3/4 of a cup of water, so it's a little bit more than that. So you may be wanting me to say whether or not I would recommend this guy, and that's kind of hard for me to say. I can't commit to yes or no on that one. I just hope I can give you enough information for you to make a decision for yourself. Honestly, I feel like it's a little more pricey than I would like to pay, and although it is an interesting and definitely unique little construction and concept and everything, I just don't understand all of it. Like, I don't understand what's the purpose of the mesh, because then I can't use it as like a regular cover. You know, if I just put a folded up flat in here, this is gonna get all wet for next time. I need something with that waterproof backing, so I have to buy the insert that goes with it in order to use this as a proper like cover to use over and over again. So there's just some things I don't really get about it. I mean, it dries relatively quickly. Like, I understand this construction of the insert so that it can dry quickly, but I mean, it is also just like strange, you know, just to look at. So there are some things that I'm kind of like iffy about the diaper, but there are other things that I think are kind of interesting. So I'm not going to say whether or not I like super love it. I do think it's a little pricey, but you guys can make your own decisions about it. Maybe look for some secondhand ones that could kind of cut down on costs a little bit and let you try them out. So let me know what your guys' opinions are about the Grovia Shell system. I would definitely like to hear from you guys if you do own it. Let me know down in the comments below, because I'm so on the fence about it. It would be very helpful for other people who are watching this review to read what you guys have to say down below as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.